Welcome to Spa for today's qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix. It's going to be a very exciting session today, but are we expecting the Mercedes to favour this track?
Take a look at the qualifying grid for the Belgian Grand Prix. And it would be Williams who stormed the grid and Bottas who storms qualifying, taking pole by almost a second from his teammate Felipe Massa, with Rosberg in third and Hamilton in fourth. Ricciardo qualifies in a decent fifth position, just ahead of Hulkenberg, who takes Force India's best qualifying of the year in sixth position. Alonso lands was seventh, but was frustrated to be 1.7 seconds off of the pole time set by Valtteri Bottas. The same can be said for Vettel, who was almost 2 seconds slower than the Finn. Button lines up ninth, and Perez rounds out the top 10, but was 2.5 seconds slower than the pole time. With Caterham running desperately low on funds, they signed an agreement with Red Bull, where Red Bull would pay the funds for them to attend this event. In return, Verstappen made his F1 debut in place of Marcus Ericsson. Can Bottas hold on and take his second win of the season? Let's find out. It's time for the Belgian Grand Prix. Out on the way to go, Bottas looks to have got away well. Covers the inside line into turn 1, and the Williams remain first and second. Then you got the 2x2 action further behind. Hulkenberg looking to get around Ricciardo. Indeed he does. Now can the Williams pull away with their straight line speed, but one of the Rosberg's right on the back of Massa. Doesn't quite have enough speed to get past yet. Now these four are already pulling away from Hulkenberg and Ricciardo and the rest of the cars behind. Everyone looks to have got away cleanly at the back. All 22 cars still running. Massa's acting like Bottas' rear gunner at this stage, holding up the Mercedes slightly so Bottas can pull away, as Bottas was clearly the faster driver in qualifying and looks to be the faster in the race as well. Hulkenberg getting a bit of a slide on there, showing the lack of downforce the Force India has, built for more straight line speed, which should work to their advantage in this race. Now as Rosberg tried to look on Massa, but couldn't make it stick. Now of course Rosberg needs to get past Massa as quickly as he can and then hope that Massa can hold up Hamilton. Now Verstappen's already made up quite a few places from the back of the grid. Now looking to challenge Chilton, has also made up a few places from the first lap as well. Closing in the slipstream. Now for Rouge. Verstappen is just a bit off the track there, forced off by Chilton, but Verstappen has made an overtake around the outside of a Rouge on Max Chilton. Now Chilton, with the straight line speed, looking to come back and try and take Verstappen's position. Now Verstappen now breaks him. Goes cleanly around the outside and takes the position. Which moves Verstappen now up into 15th place. Rosberg has now cleared Massa, and Hamilton is very much stuck behind the Williams. Now Rosberg can set and try and catch Valtteri Bottas and take the lead of this race. Hamilton has a look. Once again, can't try anything. Has to stay behind the Williams for a bit longer. Ricciardo now makes his way past Hulkenberg. And now Button's looking to make a move on Alonso. but can't quite. Button hold it around the outside though. Still going to be side by side, but Alonso holds the position for the time being. Now can Hamilton try and get past with DRS down the camel straight this time around? They're going to look to the outside. On the grass, Hamilton's into the wall. Hamilton is into the wall, and now else going to try and avoid him. Oh, everyone just avoided so far. Here come the battle markers. Oh, Gutierrez just wipes out Hamilton. That's Gutierrez out of the race. Hamilton. How has Hamilton carried on? Hamilton's got no front wing. Gonna have to take a look at a replay of that. How has Hamilton's car survived that? But now if Rosberg take the lead of the race and Hamilton scores no points, Rosberg's going to easily take back the lead of this championship. Ricardo's already pulling a significant gap to the Force India of Hulkenberg. Now Alonso looking to the inside of Hulkenberg. Missed the same overtake Ricardo did the lap previous. Once again, Button's trying to pick up the pieces, but can't quite. As Vettel comes in for a very early pit stop. Is Vettel doing a two-stop? He's coming in on for the prime tyre, so is Vettel going to try and go to the end already? It's possible, but very unlikely. There's Verstappen still ahead of Chilton. Hasn't managed to pull away. Hamilton's still yet to make it back to the pits. There's no way Hamilton's going to score points in this race. Bottas continues to lead. Rosberg continues to close. Hulkenberg's got back ahead of Alonso for 5th. Now Raikkonen is looking to get past Magnussen. Verstappen still holding on from Max Chilton and Romain Grosjean. Verstappen, of course, Red Bull's next young driver and will be at Toro Rosso next season with his teammate, who has now been confirmed as Daniel Kvyat, so Jean-Eric Vergne is moving to Red Bull for 2015. And Verstappen showing his defensive skills already in his first race. In Formula 1, didn't have the best qualifying, so showing it in the race what he can do. Now it's Vergne looking to trying to make a move on Magnussen. Around the outside of turn 1 and makes it stick. Yes, he does. Magnussen looking to come back. There's just enough straight line speed in that Toro Rosso to keep it ahead of Magnussen. Of course, that was helped with the DRS that Vergne was getting off the back of Raikkonen. Rosberg has now taken the lead of this race, and now we're hoping to try and pull away. This creates an easy gap, take an easy win. Massa comes into the pits now, along with Ricardo. Alonso, who now got back ahead of Hulkenberg, comes to the pits, same as Hulkenberg and Button, which leaves Perez and Raikkonen to stay out. Vernon also comes in, so Magnussen and Kvyat have to stay out. Of course, Belgium is only a one-stop race, so everyone's coming in for the prime tyres now. Further back, Verstappen's in, so is Chilton and Sutton. But Verstappen's actually been held and Chilton has jumped Verstappen in the stops. Verstappen is not going to be happy about that. I'd like to make a move back past Chilton as quickly as he can. Now I have Slipstream and DRS. Is Verstappen close enough to try and make a move? He's gaining. Is he gaining enough? No, he isn't. Looks like Chilton might have that position. Everyone's going slow. Bianchi's got a puncture. Yeah, that's going to cause yellow flags, which means Verstappen makes the overtake, but he's got to give Chilton back the position as he overtook under yellow flags. But now back to green flag racing. Verstappen now takes the position, and Bianchi's just getting out of the way of everyone. And with a very subsided car, you have to trundle back to the pits. Is Hamilton still at the back? As now Rosberg and Bottas make their pit stops. So do Perez and Raikkonen. But Raikkonen actually gets held as Magnussen and Kvyat come into the pits. Now Kobayashi comes into the pits as well. Now Verstappen has got back ahead of Max Chilton. Bianchi's still trundling around back to the pits. Just got to hope that Hamilton doesn't hit him. Bianchi's far enough ahead. He's making a very slow entry into the pits. Is he stuck in gear? Yeah, he's stuck in first gear. Managed to get the pit limiter on. So I don't imagine this Marussia is going much further in this race. He's already stuck doing about 50 miles, 30, 40 mile an hour into the pits, not 4. Once again Hulkenberg now coming under threat. Actually it's Perez come under attack from Sebastian Vettel. Rosberg retains the lead. Bottas is still in second, Massa's still in third, so it's going to be a good points all for Williams if it stays this way. But Ricciardo won't be looking to do something about that. Alonso in 5th, Hulkenberg 6th. Perez holding off as 7th for the time being from Vettel and Button. And Raikkonen rounds out the top 10. As Grosjean has now overtaken Chilton, now it's Grosjean's turn to try and make a move on Max Verstappen. So they have a bit of contact there between Kvyat and Magnussen. And Kvyat takes the position. Can Perez hold on from Vettel? Rosberg once again. Rosberg not pulling away too much, but he's still pulling away. Ricciardo still looking to close down on the Williams of Felipe Massa to try and take a podium. Vettel has now overtaken Perez. But now Perez with DRS. Can he make a comeback and try and re-overtake the defending world champion? Not close enough into turn 1. But now coming up over Rouge down the Camel Straight, is Perez close enough to make a move and how fast that Force India is in a straight line? But now, can Perez utilise that to try and get that back past the Red Bull Sebastian Vettel? Oh, he does just that and takes the position back. Magnussen's got back ahead of Kvyat. Now Max Verstappen's come under attack from one of the Lotuses, which is actually Maldonado. So Maldonado's got ahead of Grosjean and Chilton. Now Maldonado has a bit of contact with Chilton. Hamilton's still nowhere near close enough to catch up yet. Once again, Perez come under attack from the Red Bull of Sebastian Vettel. Now Raikkonen is joined into this train of cars. Now both Magnussen and Kvyat trying to close it onto the back of Verne. As Maldonado is still behind Max Verstappen. Magnussen appears to be going slowly. Magnussen has no front wing. Okay, Magnussen's lost his front wing, may have to look at a replay of that. And now Maldonado's going to look to make a move on Max Verstappen. Actually touches him. Maldonado's into the wall. Maldonado's lost his front wing. And Max Verstappen has lost a significant part of his front wing as well. Now, on the penultimate lap of the race, Verstappen and Maldonado kind of back into the pits for repairs. As now Kvyat has lost his front wing on the back of Maldonado. Hamilton gets just about cleanly round the Lotus and the Caterham. There's now Chilton and Grosjean look to try and overtake Magnussen. Magnussen doesn't make it particularly easy for them. And now Sutill's coming up behind the McLaren, and Suttill hits the McLaren, and they're both off into the gravel. Does Hamilton get cleanly past them as well? Just about. That's now Verstappen with half the front wing goes up wide off the track. Now can Hamilton get cleanly past the Caterham? Bit of contact, but Verstappen just understeers around the corners with no downforce on the car. And then he goes off the gravel, and now he's going exploring over on the other parts of the track. So Verstappen have to pit for repairs, along with Suttill, Maldonado, Magnussen, and Kobayashi as well. As Rosberg is on to the final lap of the race. Kobayashi is far enough ahead so they won't interfere with Rosberg winning this race. Rosberg comes around the final corner to win the 2014 Belgian Grand Prix. Bottas will come home to take second place. Massa's going to hold on to take third. Ricciardo's going to be fourth. Alonso in a pretty lonely fifth position. Hulkenberg's going to take home a decent sixth position for Force India. Perez is going to hold on to take seventh. And this should put Force India, actually definitely put Force India ahead in the constructors of McLaren. Vettel 8th, Button 9th, Raikkonen 10th. The Toro Rossos 11th and 12th, disappointing for them, just missing out on the points once again. Chilton's going to take his best finish of the year in 13th. And same for Grosjean in 14th, with Hamilton in 15th. Taking a look now at the race results, and Rosberg would take a fairly comfortable win by just over 6 seconds from Bottas, with Massa a further 10 seconds back. Ricciardo and Alonso would finish significantly behind, with Hulkenberg and Perez taking home some strong points. Strong finish for Force India to move them ahead of McLaren in the constructors' table. Vettel and Button come home 8th and 9th, and Raikkonen rounds out the top 10 and unfortunately couldn't catch up in time to challenge and try and take a higher position. Moving on to the points tables now, and Rosberg does indeed take the lead back of the Drivers' Championship by 8 points from Lewis Hamilton, with Bottas in third, getting back ahead of Vettel, who's now demoted back down to fourth. Alonso looks secure ahead of Ricciardo, and the same for Massa back to Raikkonen. With Hulkenberg, Button rounding up the top 10, with Magnussen slowly catching up back in 11th. Now moving on to the constructors table, Mercedes increased their lead, which is now up to 156 points, back to Williams, who now moved back into second, 7 points ahead of Red Bull. Force India move 7 points clear of McLaren, and Lotus still languish down at the bottom of the table. So that's been the Belgian Grand Prix, and thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe and all that stuff, and I'll see you all next time.